morning. It's good morning, Saturday morning in the great state of Alabama. Welcome back to the channel, Health, Wealth, and Wisdom in Black Spaces. Since it is Super Bowl weekend, I want to hit you with this little nugget of advice, unsolicited. Defense wins championships. Defense wins championships. And that quote is coming from the great Paul Bear Bryant. Paul Bear Bryant says, offense sells tickets, defense wins championship is a legendary sports adage often attributed to Alabama football coach Paul Bear Bryant. It highlights that while high-scoring offense attracts crowds, consistent defense performance is the foundation of winning titles. Let me say that again. It highlights that while high-scoring offense attracts crowds, consistent defensive performance is the foundation for winning titles. That's the great Bear Bryant. Now, how can we as Wealth in Black Spaces apply that to our lives? Not getting out of the football realm and going into the life realm. Defense. What do it mean by playing defense in your finances? Having an emergency fund. That's playing defense. Because it's not a matter of when something's gonna break down. If it breaks down, it's gonna break down. Things break down. So when you play good defense, you already have that money, what they in an investment world you call that dry powder. Warren Buffett has a lot of dry power. That what makes him one of the greatest investors in the world, because he can sit there and be patient with his money. He reads all day, and then when he make one big decision, he has already played defense by being kind of like going into what Abe Lincoln said: if I had to cut down a tree, if I got 3 hours to cut down a tree, I'm gonna spend 2 hours sharpening my axe. That's defense. Playing good defense in life. Like I say, it's having that emergency fund fully funded, 3 to 6 months of money in the bank where you can just take that money out, the carburetor on your car go out. I'm not stressed. I can go in there and get me another one. They say one study said 60% of Americans, don't quote me on that, but I read it in a while, but you can Google this. 60% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without having to sell something. That's not playing good defense. If you have some time on your job where it's a little lull in what you need to be doing, and you have that slack time, you could be reading something or trying to understand something better while you got a little time, or anticipating what needs to be done, and taking your time, building it up, building that presentation that might have to come. Then you just set it on the shelf. It might not come an opportunity, but you already built that in. You built that defense in, and it's ready right there on the shelf. That's what it means to have that what makes you a champion, having a good defense. You have to have a good offense, of course, but if you have a good defense, You can bide your time with your offense. That means you got that cushion in there. That's what it means by having a good defense wins championship metaphorically. Defense, just like insurance is a defense. Having insurance, having yourself insured. And if you're gonna do insurance, I point you to term life insurance. To me, this is my personal opinion. Whole life insurance is pretty much a scam. But that's just me. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. That's the key word too. That's part of defense. Is doing your own due diligence. Somebody tell you something, do your due diligence. Learn. Pick up a book. One of the worst things you can do, and I've heard people say it many years ago when I was stationed at Vandenberg Air Force Base. The guy had just finished his college degree. I think he got his master's or his bachelor's, one of them. He said, I'm done with books, I ain't read another book. That's the worst decision you can make. If I got my master's degree back in 2006. Had I stopped reading then, I can guarantee you I wouldn't be a retired Air Force officer right now, because I would have stagnated. Worst thing I've ever heard people say it, well, I'm done, got my degree, I'm done. Even if they got a PhD, I'm done. That's only the great Miles Monroe, the pastor, rest in peace, said, when he had got his degree, he did it in one of his speeches, awesome speech. He said God had spoke to him and said, you sitting here, you all feeling all good about yourself, but you got this PhD, but that's a degree, that's one degree. He was talking metaphorically, that's one degree. How many degrees in a circle? There's 360 degrees, but you got one degree and you sitting here puffing yourself out. God had to humble him. You sitting here and you got one degree. Not saying you need multiple degrees, it was just he was thinking metaphorically. So, all that to say, well, I'm going on a tangent. That's okay. It's Saturday morning. You want some unsolicited advice by a guy on YouTube? Wealth in Black Spaces. Speaking it into existence, you got to play good defense. Set boundaries. That's having good defense in life. Respecting people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's playing good defense. So that's what I'm talking about. As we in the Super Bowl, I'm a Cowboys fan, so whoever wins, wins. I know family been Cowboys fans since forever. But play some good defense in life and learn what is good defense. And that's what I want to talk to you on this lovely Saturday morning. Kind of chilly out, but it's still a beautiful day. Get out there, read your couple. I won't say read a book. Find you a good book. Go to a bookstore and read a couple of pages out of there. Soak your mind, saturate your mind with learning. That's a part of having a good defense. Your immune system is building up your immune system with vitamins, eating the right foods. That's playing good defense. These are things, That's what championships are built. Not only do you have to exercise, but you got to eat right. Eat right is a good defense. So that's I want to talk to you about that. As you watch the Super Bowl, if you watch the Super Bowl, Think about when that bell rang and somebody win. More than likely, the person with the best defense is going to win that game. Offense can be, all you need is 3 points, and if you got a defense, you got a good defense to hold them to 3-0, you won the game with defense. So think about that, how to apply that to your life. How can I sit down and just get you a notepad and say, how can I play good defense the rest of 2026? Saving my money and not going out and spending all my money. Being frugal. You know, you heard that saying, fake it till you make it. Forget about that. Be frugal till you make it. And then when you do make it, keep being frugal. And build wealth through ownership. So that's how I wanted to go on a tangent, unsolicited advice. My 50 years on this earth, as I learn more and more, I like to share it and give you some thoughts about how I see it. And I will be doing another podcast probably on ownership. Because without it, it's irrelevant if you don't have some ownership. Trying to own something, own assets that pay you or that go up in value. So that's what I want to talk about. But I'll see you on the next time. Enjoy this Saturday morning. Enjoy Super Bowl weekend. And just enjoy being above ground. Because you don't know. As the old song said, this may be my last time. I don't know. I hope it's not. But God is good. All the time. God is good. See you till next time.